And what about home? Were you in communication with your family and your girlfriend at that time?
Yeah, it was communication only on letters. Like, it takes a month to have one letter to go to Mexico and come back. And on about 1 year, I just called them one time on the phone. And you have to ask some friend to borrow the phone. And it was so expensive because it was almost $1.50 a minute to call Mexico. And it was also kind of hard for the families in Mexico because they don't have a phone. So you have to make a phone call to a friend or somebody who have a phone and tell them, I want to talk to my mom or my father. So they need to go find my mother, my father, and take them to the house and then make another phone call, see if they are there. If they are not at home, they don't find it, so you don't talk to them. I spent 2 years in here before I went to visit them. After 2 years, I went visit my father, my mother, and my girlfriend for a month.
How was that?
And then I come back to the United States. I was so excited to see my father and my mother in the place where you grow up and all the friends he left behind, and so excited to see your girlfriend again and talk to her. And the next trips crossing the border was kind of more difficult than the first one. I spent 3 nights on the border with no blankets, no sleeping, just sleeping against the walls and make a fire of whatever we find on the border. And then after we cross, and we have to go on the trunk of a car with 6 people inside of the trunk of the car for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
In these subsequent trips that you made back to Mexico, what happened in your relationship with your girlfriend?
But after I come here the second time, and I was here for like 6 months, she asked me when I'm gonna come back, and I told her I don't know when I'm gonna come back. And she told me, if you don't come back by December 24, we're gonna be in the relationship. And I was feeling so sad because I want to make my house. I was gonna send money for my mother and my father in Mexico, and there was no way on 1 year we're gonna make enough to do whatever we want to do. She says, I don't want to wait for you another year, so I decided to break the relationship. I decided to stay here and keep going, because even if I didn't make my house, or I have to help my parents because they was getting old and they're gonna need help. After I broke up with my girlfriend, and I was feeling way too alone, and a lot of times I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I wasn't happy anywhere where I went, so I decided to went to the church to see if I can be a little bit more peaceful in my life. And I started meeting friends and spend a little bit of time in the church on Sundays, and one day on a week with a group of young girls and boys. And I meet a woman in there, and I start feeling like somebody else was with me. My father, he died about 6-7 years ago.
Did you go home for the funeral?
No, I didn't went to the funeral because we didn't have enough money. Yeah, he told me one day, I went down there, and just before I come here, he says if one day they call you and they say, I'm dead in here. He says, don't come. Just stay there. You have your wife, you have your kids. You don't have to come.
How long has it been since you have been home?
It's been already 7 years. I don't go in back anymore. This time to go across the border, it's really more difficult. I have to put my life in danger, really big danger, to go see my family, see my mother.
Where is home for you? Where is home?
My home now, it's here in the United States. If I go back to Mexico, I don't think I'm gonna feel like it's my house anymore. It's the place where I grew up, but probably gonna be too difficult to me go back and make another life. I'm gonna feel maybe the same way I feel when I first come here.
If there was anything you could do to change the way this country is in terms of how it receives people that come from other countries, what would you change?
I think I change if it's a people, they come to Cork and they want to go back. I think I change that. Because if they let people come and work here for 2-3 months, they're going to be happy to come and make some money and go back to their families. They're not going to stay here. And the people, they are here, and they are good people, and they've been here so many years, and they work hard to send money to the families in Mexico and to support the families they have here. I think they need sometimes they need to have the opportunity to go and visit the mom. Like right now, my mom is sick. She's almost 80 years old, and I called her this last Sunday, and she told me for 3 days she can walk. And I didn't see her for 7 years, and I don't have the opportunity to give her a hug and tell her I love it. And I have to stay here, and no way I can go see her and come back with my family.